I've been wonder. Yes, I've been wondering. I say, why? Why are people so easy to be manipulated, to be deceived, and to scam? Why? Why is it that people are not living, are just existing? People are not thinking. This is giving me a greater concern. God bless you if you are joining. Let's discuss it, beloved. Let's discuss this. There's a need to discuss it. There's a need for we to discuss this, you know. Oh, while I was this morning on my way to take some job, I don't have that full time to really deliberate on what I actually want to talk about. So I promise to come back to this. I promise to come back to this topic, because it's a very, very sensitive topic. Very, very sensitive. God bless you, woman of God, Evangelist Sarah. God bless you, man. This topic is very, very sensitive. I don't want to be rash. I don't want to just, you know, rampant as if it is a very, very. I don't want to rush us. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to be hard. I just want to be careful of communicating this message, because whenever I'm seeing our generation, whenever I see this era, when I'm looking at the way people, especially on Sundays, you will see people, mumu button will be they'll be pressing in religious home. They will just be pressing people mumu buttons in religious home. Their mumu button will just be pressed. They will just be casual. I thank God for a man of God, Dr. Ebe. Dr. Ebe. I thank God for a man of that pastor. He could be able to retrieve his step, to retrieve. Sorry. He could be able to withdraw back from that message that entrap our generation. The message that have put people in darkness for decades, for ages. The message that have make people, that have milked the nation, not only politicians that are making our nation. So when I begin to look at the whole scenario, begin to look at the product of all those messages, when I begin to look at the kind of mentality of our people, I say, whoa, ignorant. We have make research, we have studied, and now notice that ignorance spread from the church to the people, from the pulpits. One of the places that ignorance spread very fast is religious places. Very nice. One of the place ignorance spread very fast. What is ignorance? Ignorance is a darkness. Ignorance is a darkness. It's a darkness that darkens a man's heart, that will not enable him to see what is right. And the Bible said, no, it said, know the truth. And the truth will do what? It will make you free. So if you are not, what is the truth? Okay, let's not look at it at this angle. What is that truth the Bible was talking about? It said, know the truth, and the truth will do what? It will make you free. It said, know the truth, and the truth will do what? It will make you, couple you. It will make you free. Make you. Meaning you haven't been, you have not, God created you, you have not been, you are supposed to be made as they are making dishes, as you're supposed to be prepared as they are preparing food. So he said the truth will make you free. Look at that word. He said we should know the truth, and the truth will do what? It will make you free. It will make me free. That is how the Bible. Please kindly share this segment. Stop scratching it. Stop scratching it. He said the truth will do what? It will make we free. It will make we free. Make is when you are a thinker, you not say make. It didn't say we set you free. Say make, meaning you have to be prepared. The truth need to prepare you as they are cooking food. You need to be seasoned. You need to be. You needed to be prepared as they are preparing food. You needed to a food that are prepared that needed to be dished out to people. So you are supposed to be the truth. He said know the truth. That is how the Bible makes us understand. He said you know the truth. So it is your responsibility for you to know. Then, if the Bible says know the truth, it's giving you a responsibility. Then, do we have thinkers in the house today? He said know the truth. And the truth will do what? It will make you free. When he said make you, this say will set you free. But this is telling you that meaning it's a gradual process. It will make you. So you before all that there's it means there's a disorderliness. Before making, because you haven't been made. Before he said make you, meaning you have not been made. Hey. He said know the truth. That is how he said. He said know the truth. And the truth will do what? It will make you free. It will make me free. The truth will make the whole world free. Will make our nation, Nigeria, free. Truth. Truth from politics, from the political sphere. Truth for religious sphere. Truth from traditional sphere. So it doesn't mean, he said, no, you know the truth. So meaning, it is your responsibility. It is my responsibility to know the truth. So how are you going to know the truth? You must make research. You must ask questions. So this we are all what giving me concern. If you must ask questions, meaning you must have an ability. You must develop ability to ask questions. Not everybody that come to the knowledge to ask questions. Not everybody that have developed to an extent to ask questions. Many people don't have the ability to ask questions. Many people have not realized, they have not come into the acknowledgement. That is okay. Let's look at that, please. That is John 8:32. He said, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will do what?" John 8:32. He said, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will do what? It will set you free." Before setting you free, he said, "You will know the truth." Another translation will, he said, "will make you free." You see this the phrase. That is why the Bible said that the letter kills, but the spirit gives life. He said the letter kills, but the spirit gives life. You see the vocabulary. English. When was English invented? English was invented 800 years ago. Then what the people that wrote the Bible was written 2,000 years ago. So probably it wasn't English that they used to, it wasn't English that Bible was written by. English Bible was written by Greek, by Hebrew language, not by English language. So before all those translation, a lot of things was not inappropriate language. So you will see it is not. So when he's communicating some language in the Bible, you will imagine and say, was it not this like this? He said it. What is it not like this? So, and our God is not an author of confusion. So the problem is not the message. The problem of the scripture is from the people that translated it and all of that put it into English version and all of that, So a lot of things was not inappropriate explanation. So that is why it may help us. Thank God that solution is in the scripture. Wisdom is in the scripture. Understanding is in the scripture. The scripture is written for we to be wise. So that was why it makes us to understand that the letter will kill, but the spirit give life. The letter kill it, but the spirit give life. So we don't use dictionary to interpret Bible, because you don't use dictionary to interpret Bible. You allow the spirit to interpret it himself. The spirit will interpret it. It will interpret. So look at what he was saying here. He says, then you will know the truth, and the truth will do what? It will set you free. In another version, in one version, in another version, he said it will make you free. It will make you free. It will make you free. And you will see what he was telling Timothy. When you don't look at what Apostle Paul was telling Timothy, he said, Timothy, learn to show yourself approved. He said, learn to show yourself approved. Learn to show yourself approved. When he said learn, he said learn to show yourself approved. Apostle Paul was telling Timothy, learn. So when you get to another translation, it will not give you another thing entirely of learning. Learning meaning get wisdom. It is talking about intellectual. When he say learning, talking about his intellectual state, his intellectual ability. It should develop his intellect to be intellectual, to his intellect. Okay, look at it now. So I'm now beginning to look at it, how people is being easily cajoled. Somebody was saying the other day that somebody went to all the way. He sent property back home, and the property, the woman, his wife was manipulated and be cajoled and be deceived. All the property of the man that he has labored for, then the woman dedicated that property to a man, and he said is a prophet, is a man of God. So the man, the rightful owner of those property have to buy ticket. He bought ticket and now went to go and be fighting for his property. You know, when I begin to look at all these things that is going on around me, and I say, what really, this is a trouble. What comes to the mind of this woman and now make her to carry the property of her husband and give it to a man like her husband, a man like her husband, and dash it out to the man, and all the name of say is a man of God. I say, what was she thinking? You know. So I begin to gather all this, and I say, oh, a time has come for our people to start living consciously. It means she was not even aware of what she was doing, what she's about doing. She didn't even thought of it. She didn't even think of it. She didn't even think about it. She didn't thought it wise. She gave that property out. Her husband now have to go and buy ticket. He bought ticket to go and be fighting fighting over his own property. Share this segment, beloved. Share it. So, but I would like us to talk about, what I would like us to talk about today is about living living a conscious life is what makes you alive. Living a conscious life, that is what I will talk about. Because I've made a research, and I've read a book written by Dr. Sunday, and that book have actually blessed me. I say, let me share the benefit of that book with my beloved, so that they will know that there is a need for we to, there's a symptoms of non-living conscious, there are different kind of symptoms that will enable you to know that you are not living consciously. You are just living unconscious life.
Mama.
There's a need. There's a need for we to start getting it right now. There's a need.
Mama.
Let me share this.
Mama.
Here's the remote. Here's the remote. I'm coming, guys. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good boy, smart boy. Thank you. So, okay, look at it. I said, that book, I read this book. When I read this book, there's a benefit, a whole benefit over this book. It has benefited me, and I begin to know that it's more beneficial to acquire knowledge in this on this area, so that whenever you are when you are being cajoled, being manipulated, you are not thinking, you are not aware of what you are doing. There's a need for you to get rid of it. And the book is called Rid Yourself of Shallow-Mindedness. Rid yourself, that is take out of you shallow-mindedness. Then when you begin to look at what a quote I was talking about in the morning, please share this segment. Share it. When you begin to look at the quote I was talking about in the morning, that quote, it said, consciousness is the perception of what passed on a man's own mind. John Locke, he was the one that gave this quote. He said, consciousness. You know, I value quotes, because people that wrote any quote that is so educated, that carry more insight, more awareness, more reality, that carry more insight. I'm very I don't play with such quotes. Okay, when you look at this, it say consciousness is the perception of what passed in a man's own mind. Why does it say? What makes him to give a quote like this? Let's look at that word, consciousness. When we're not talking about consciousness, we're talking about the state of being aware. That is why I said that many people are living a life unaware. Many people are living a life of unaware. They don't even know what the life that they don't even know they are not even they don't even know the outputs. They are not aware of what they are, how the life they are living. They are not even aware of what they are doing, what they are involved in. When they involve in childbearing, they don't know. They don't know the outcome of giving birth to many children, as 4, 5. That is why you see many people they give birth to 3, 4 children. They will go to elsewhere to give birth to. Continue giving birth to children. So before you know it, the one that they are giving, they gave birth to before, it's like that one is for another people, another set of, it's another planet. They are not even aware. They are not even conscious of the future of those ones. So then when they not travel to other country, they start living another life. you will now have been asking yourself and say, what happened to this woman? What is happening to this person? He has children in one country, in his own country. When he now traveled to other man's country, he started giving birth. So the children that he had before, they're being abandoned, not being taken care of. So you will not be asking yourself, so it happens often. It happens often. Some people, they got married. So they got married in their own country. You can relate this to many things around you that I am telling you the truth. Some people, they got married in their own country. Maybe they are from Kenya, maybe they are from Zimbabwe, maybe they are from, especially in Africa, because European, whenever they travel to other people's country, they are many of them are very conscious of what they are doing. That is why when they impregnate many in Africa, because they have family in their own country, they are conscious of what they are doing. So you will be saying, they just abandon you because it's you that wasn't thinking. How can a foreigner will just come? You say he have not lived his life. The fact that he tell you anything, you didn't see the family, you didn't hear from anybody, you didn't make any investigation, you didn't make any research, you don't know anything about him. You just say, let's start giving children. That is how when you are pregnant, he will just buy a ticket and go and meet his family. So because he's conscious of what he's doing. Who is not conscious of what he's doing is you that just met a foreigner that came to Nigeria to work with an oil company, or telecom company, or any kind of company. So you are not conscious. So I begin to see many things like this. Before you know it, they will be dragging a lot of trouble. There will be trouble in the community. There will be trouble in everywhere. So it will not be a concern of everybody. So living a conscious life, that is why he knew what he's talking about. He has seen a lot of people living an unconscious life, living life unconsciously. They are not conscious of what they are doing. They are not conscious of what they are saying. They are not conscious of what they are hearing. I will come to that. The perception aspect of it, the perception type of it. Because a lot of people, they are not conscious of what they are hearing. They are not conscious of what they are not conscious of they use their eye to see. They are not conscious of what what they are saying. They are not conscious of their action. They are not conscious of anything. That is the perception part of it. So by the look at the consciousness is talking about. It says, so consciousness is the perception. Is the perception of what passed in a man's own mind. In a man's own mind. Okay. When you now say consciousness, so when I now begin to analyze that consciousness, what is consciousness? Consciousness is a state of being aware. In another formula, in another way around, consciousness can be awareness. In another scenario, it can be awareness, insight. It can be understand, apprehension. So some people living the life without apprehending anything, without not being aware of anything, without not seeing any insight, seeing anything on what other will see. Right, they will not see it on that perspective. It can be wakefulness. Consciousness can be wakefulness. Can be wakefulness. Knowledge of extent. It can be knowledge, information, receiving information. People, they are living a life. They don't even have the skill to acquire information. So they are just like that, They don't have the skill, the stamina, the ability to acquire information. That is so disgusting. They don't have the stamina to acquire information, to look for information, to make research. As Bible said that it is a honor. Hallelujah. I see. Let's see this. It is the honor of a king. Okay. It's a honor. It's the Bible says. So, for you to be conscious of what you are doing, you must make research. Because, oh my goodness, it is a honor of a king. Of a king to cover,
Papa?
to conceal. He said it, to conceal. Let me look at the verse for you. The words, I have the word in here. So it is the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs 25:2. Go and look for it. He said, it is the glory of a king to conceal. That is why, as I said, there's another there's one grammar vocabulary that call it conceal. So another translation will tell you cover. Is a honor of a king. Who is a king? Our God is a king of kings. He says a honor is a glory of God. On this, just even that is one translation is this. He says a glory of God to conceal. Is a glory of God to conceal things. Look at that. It's a glory of God to cover things. But you will say it's written here now. It's written. But that is why Jesus Christ always speak in parable.
Mama.
Yes. Jesus Christ always he always speak in parable because he want to hide some secrets. When they were worried and say, why are you speaking parable? I grew up like that with that skill, with the skill of parable, speaking in parable. It was in religious foes that wanted to kill me, to break me out of that. No. And it's a gift to cover things. It will take only people that can think to know what I'm saying. I grew up with that talent to use parable to bring out matters. It's a religious man that also told me, you always talking. They kick against it, you fight against it, and now I knew that it's a gift. It was a gift because Jesus Christ was also gift. He was using that gift to cover matters. It was a gift. Thank God for knowledge. I wouldn't have known that it's also a gift for you to bring out words with parables, for enable you to garnish matter, to couple matter, to bring it out as a parable. Do you think a fool can do that? It take wise, it take wisdom to do that, and it was a gift for me. It was a religious man that called himself apostle or whatever, a pastor, that told me, you always talk with parable. And I never knew. You see how religious people, if they are damaged on their psyche, they would like to damage others. He want to still break me away from my own gift, talent, potential that God has blesses me with. Thank God is now I now say, oh, thank God. That was what makes me different. But religious folk, they will what will make you unique, they will criticize in you. That when religion damage a man, what makes you unique, that what makes you different is what makes you unique. What makes you unique is what they will criticize because they are being damaged by their religion already. So thank God I didn't listen. I still need to be developing it more and more because I almost abandoned it. I would just bring out matter like that. No. It's people like me are not supposed to bring out matters like that. People like me are very rare. So I almost wear myself out of that gift and talent. I almost wear myself out of that skill. And thank God for knowledge. Thank God for people like Dr. Sunday, messages. Because when idea give birth, when a man bring us idea, his idea will give birth. People like Dr. Morris, they are giving birth to ideas, and the idea gave birth to millions. They are still giving birth, making ordinary people to become an agent of change to the society. Okay, look at what that proverb was saying. A God himself, he said, it is the glory of God to conceal things, to cover matters. So it's somebody that is not thinking, somebody that cannot think, that always daydreaming, he can never open this secret. He cannot know. So he always helped. He also helped. Jesus helped them out when they were many of them were, you know, even tried to ask him, why are you always speaking parable? He now said, unto you it was given. The secret of the key of the kingdom is unto you is given. So when parable is coming like that, when it's coming, it takes the people that are called for that message to grasp it. So Jesus Christ helped them out. When people that is also thinkers among them come up, because it takes thinkers to ask questions. Many cannot even ask him and say, you always talk with parable. So to come up with a realization like that, Jesus honors it, and I say, oh, don't worry, unto you is be given the secret of the key of the kingdom, the keys of the kingdom. Unto you, unto them they are without. So he said, look at it. It is the glory of God to conceal things, but is a honor of kings. Is a honor of kings. Is a honor of kings. Who are kings? Is you and me. We are not an ordinary people. I am not an ordinary person. I am not ordinary person. What I carry will surprise you. I know who I am, and I know what I carry. I know who I am, I know what I carry. It's beyond human understanding what I carry. Praise the living God. Praise the living God. So a time has come for we to be conscious of what we are doing, what we are saying, the action we take, the actions you take. Look at Nigeria. Actions will be taken by the leaders. Later on, you will not notice. They will not notice that no, this action is drill. Everybody is collapsing. The consequences is so grave. It's so grave. Everybody is crying. Everybody is collapsing. Everybody is crying. There's a famine. It's attractive famine, plague. And you will not ask yourself why can't, because if you look at, for example, like the subsidy that they just, remove. Do you know that he said is now temporary remover? So the president himself is not even, he didn't even think about the outcome of that subsidy removal of subsidy. It's not that he's not thinking that it has to be temporal. If it's not temporal, we have many, they are still experimenting, have not come to. He have not even foreseen the outcome, the end results, before taking that action. You now ask yourself, what was he thinking? What happened there? He's not conscious of what he was doing. He's not conscious. He wasn't conscious at all. He wasn't conscious. So I now said, a time has come for we to learn how to live a life, live a conscious life. And that is what makes us a human, what makes us alive. If not, you will just be existing. How do you exist without living? Drinking water, eating food. You see that? Drinking water, eating food, giving birth, making, you see, making monies. Not the, just drinking water, just how to make money, The time has come. A time has come. So when you not look at that when John Locke, we're not saying that consciousness is the perception of what passed in a man's mind. You now ask yourself, I now say, do you know? Let's talk about the consciousness. What is consciousness? A state of being aware. Is consciousness. When you are not aware of something, it means you are unconscious. Opposite of conscious is unconscious. So when you are not aware of what you are doing, it means you are just unconscious. You know, when somebody is unconscious, they rush, probably physically, when somebody is unconscious, you think they take it to the hospital for them to restore his consciousness, to restore it back. He wouldn't even know what is happening. You know, that is when somebody is unconscious. So it will not be ministering what will bring that person back to consciousness. We have two, consciousness and subconsciousness. We have consciousness, conscious mind, and subconscious mind. Our conscious mind is our mind. Our subconscious mind is our heart. So many people, they are just living unconscious, meaning they are not even aware of what is happening, what is going through on their mind, what is going through on their heart. They are not aware. They are not even aware. That is why you see, when I begin to make research, what led to that? What led to the pause or the suspension of suspension of that our conscious mind. I'm making research to that level now. You know, and I'm beginning to discover, as I've also discovered before, that religion led to ignorance of people. It spread from altar to people. Many altar ignorance it dispersed. It dispersed from altar to people. People become numb. They become it's like they cast spell on their mind. They cannot internalize. They cannot digest anything. You'll be asking. So ignorance spread from the from religious home to people. But yeah, one of the places ignorance spread, I've discovered that is ignorance spread from religious home to people. So you must be careful where you take yourself to and say you are worshiping God. Your mind can be damaged through what is coming out from the toxic, the toxic of that such environment of some altar. It can be poisonous to you, unknowingly to you. Be damaging you gradually. Before you know, you cannot internalize. You cannot even think straight. You cannot even digest anything. You cannot even assimilate things. You know. Okay, look at this consciousness. It said the state of being aware of being aware of something, being aware. So when some actions are taken in Nigeria, for example, I will say, are they not aware of these things before they took that action? You know, I would just be contemplating on my mind. I say, where is this laws maker? Are they not aware of this before they took that action? That is why it's very important you study consequence. You study the out results of anything before you take it. When you not study it, that you do comparison. When you not compare it, that that the action and the consequences, the one that is, you compare it, that the action is more, is not, is, if it's dangerous than the consequences, don't take that action. But when the consequences is dangerous than the action, don't take that action. I open your mind a little bit now. So let's look at the perception, because this John, when he's giving this quote, I begin to imagine, think about this quote very, very often. Often as I think about this quote, he said, conscious is the perception of what passed through a man's mind. Okay, look at that perception. Let's look at the perception. What is perception then? What is perception? What is the meaning of perception? Perception. When we're not talking about perception, we are talking about the ability to see things. I've said that even before this, before we continue to this extent. The ability to see things, the ability to hear things, the ability to smell things, to sense things. Yeah, to sense, that is the right word. To sense things. To perceive, in another vocabulary, we talk to perceive, to sense things, to become aware of something that we say then in a religious language, they will say is a discernment. You know, no, it's not supposed to be a religious discernment. Is not supposed to be a religious vocabulary. Discernment, no, it's not supposed to be a religion, but religious people will say is discernment is to be aware of something through sensing. That is why I say to sense things, to perceive. You say, no, in some vocabulary of the scripture, we say Jesus perceived that they are planning. They perceive this on their mind. He perceived, sense it, he sense it, perceive. Vocabulary, that is why we must be conscious of what he said. The letter kill, but the spirit give life. We allow the spirit to translate Bible. We don't use Bible. You don't use Bible dictionary for the things of the spirit. When you will not go and buy the Bible dictionary, you are going to you want to interpret the spirit things to God. You want to interpret for the spirit, then that is why you bust. Allow the spirit to interpret. Be neutral. Bible, this, he said the spirit give life. The letter kill it. The phrase kill it. The statement kill it. But the spirit give life. Share this segment. So perception is the ability to see things. What view? What view? What is your world view? So when you are living a life of consciousness, your world view, it will be different for somebody that from living a life unconsciously. Your world view. So perception is how you see things, how you hear things, how you see something, how you sense things, how your understanding, how you understand things. So then we're not talking about consciousness. Consciousness is being aware of what in your mind, what is in your mind. Being aware of what is in your mind or your subconscious mind. You know, I told you subconscious. So our subconscious mind, subconscious mind is our heart. So his ability to being aware of what is on our mind, so of that is consciousness. Ability, having that ability to be aware of what is on your mind, to talk about what is on your mind. You know, some people they can't even communicate what is on their mind. They are talking the mind of other person. Somebody that is how they be programmed. The people be programmed to carry out the action.
Mama.
Yeah.
Papa.
Yeah, it was so big. Carry. My little toddler. A time has come. A time has come. What do you look like? I do. A time has come. You are whining me, right? A time has come. If I give you that. So, should I give the definition of consciousness? Once knowing what's on your mind, ability to be aware of what is on your mind is consciousness. So what does it mean to live a conscious life? Your body. What does it mean? To be conscious is to first of all be aware of your thinking. That is why the Bible. You are not looking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bring your this thing. Bring it. Bring remote. Sorry, guys. My little boy is here. So, what does it mean to live conscious life? To live a life of consciousness. What does it mean? To live a life consciously, what does it actually mean? First of all, is to be aware. To be aware. To be aware. To be conscious in life. Each second. That is a life of living a life of consciousness. To be conscious. To be conscious in life. Each second, each minute. Watch your what. To be conscious is each second, is each minute. Not to be daydreaming. Each second to be conscious, each minute to be conscious. So people, when you are talking to them, they will say, "Oh." When you remind them, not even seconds is even remind them of what happened about 5 years. When you remind them, they will say, "Oh, I didn't even remember. I've forgotten." They don't even remember you a very important something. They didn't remember what happened to do with them and relationship, how they build relationship with others. When you now ask them concerning how healthy is that relation, they will tell you that they are forgotten. Meaning they are not aware, they are not conscious of what they were doing or what really conspired. They are not aware. So to live a life of consciousness is to live consciously, to live conscious each second, each minute. But I also have the book of how to live here and there. I have that material. It's Dr. Sunday. I was one of the first batch that benefited from that book. How to live here and there. So when somebody just talk, it will thought that he just talk. Somebody acted, it will just thought that he acted. If somebody, when he do this, it will just be calculated. It's like program. It's like mathematics. Just add this. then you give that person the outcome. Because he is not conscious of what he saw, or what him or she was doing. Him or her was doing. So he will say, what is it this? What? He never knew that because you are living here and there. You are living here and there. So that is the one that makes you to be mathematics, to calculate and give him the results of his action. Oh my God. So it's very important to live here and there. It's very important to live a conscious life as a believer. Don't use the religion and say, thou shalt not. I got that word from one religious for. He said, thou shalt not lean not on your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding. Many people when they want to use letter to kill you, they'll say, when you are using your mind, when you are thinking person, when you are thinking, they will say, you lean not on your own understanding, because they want to manipulate you. When you are talking about lean not on your own understanding, the spirit, allow the spirit to interpret that place on your own understanding. Your own understanding. Are you living God of what on your life? Are you living God in what you are doing? When you not live God of totally for whatsoever that concerns you and God, that is when you are not leaning on your own understanding. But when a situation where you are not living God out of what you are doing, you are not that. It's not talking to you. When you are not living God on what you are doing, you are strategizing, you are mindful, you are thinking, you are using you are conscious of what you are doing. You are aware. You are not loaded. You are not living. You are not living an autopilot life. You are not living a life of programming, daydreaming. Praise the living God. So each minute, be aware of how you spending your time. How you spending your time. We're living in a generation whereby it's like, let me even bring it in. Look. Okay, let me first of all put this one. Okay, let me also bring what I'm about to. Okay, look at this now. You see the perception we are talking about. How you see things. Look at that paragraph there. Picture, photo paragraph. You look at the way he see things. He saw half full. The other one is seeing it half empty. You see, it's two. They are not their viewpoint now is now different. The other one is seeing it from his own point of view. It differs from the other point of view of his other person. That is perception. So your conscience, the way you view things, it matters. The way you view things, your perception. When your perception is wrong, your life will be wrong. When your perception in life is wrong, so your life will be wrong. So your conscious, that is why he gave a quote and said, conscious is the perception of passing in a man's own mind. So when you are when you are not conscious of what, you are not conscious of what, where you are, where you live, when you are not living a conscious life, imagine your perception. Everything will go wrong. Your thoughts will be wrong. Your operation, your action rather, will be wrong. Oh my God. This is it's so sad that a lot of people are living unconscious life. They are not living consciously. They are not living a conscious life. That is why they are daydreaming. That is why they are being programmed. That is why they are being manipulated. That is why they are being programmed to do wrong things. What makes you thought that it's somebody that they will tell you to go and kill this person, go and do what is wrong? Go. Everything that is negative, you be programmed to go and do it, and you truly go and carry that assignment out. Share this video. What makes somebody to be programmed for negative things that will take life of others when you cannot create chicken? Things that will put plight, that will reduce your fellow human being that will always give that person bad memories. Whenever I think of his or her life, you take action like that to put trouble, to put problem, to kill. Somebody program you to do it. What were you doing? Because you wasn't alive. You are not living a conscious life. That is why somebody help you to program something for you on your mind. Because if you are aware of if you are living a conscious life, when somebody is bringing his own wrong perception, you will not say no, because you are living. You are aware of yourself. You are aware of your thoughts. You are aware of your action. You are aware of the outcome of your action. You are aware of everything. Then you will not tell that person no. Many people don't know how to tell anyone no. They only say yes, yes. Even when that thing is wrong, even when it's not going to help you, even though it's going to reduce, even though it's going, you say yes. They don't know how to say no. That is the reason what led to it, because you are not conscious. You are unconscious. Just like when somebody is unconscious, it's like it faints. You are just not alive. It's like you are half alive. I'm coming, guys. So I really want us to, I said, this is so sensitive. I say I would like us to talk about it. Okay, when you now look at the other one, when you now look at the other picture, the portrait, the other picture paragraph, portrait here, you will notice that we have two categories of people. There's two categories of people. One is just a little child that's supposed to be schooling. That's supposed to must have been schooling, thinking creativity, thinking building, thinking how to be useful over his future. Look at the ones, the China generation, the Chinese, they are making knowledge accessible to their own generation, while Nigeria leaders and the environment is not building a safer environment for the upcoming generation. They focus them on religion. You can imagine. You imagine these two different things. These two different things. But I will like to crown it up for what the Lord, if everything I told you, solution is in the scripture. Whatsoever problem, whatsoever situation, solution is in the word of God. Is in the Bible, solution. How to think is in the Bible, but nobody have ever thought of it. How to think. Many people have a wrong perception. Then think of, look at this. How this is hard to think. He said, think of everything. What do you know? That place was telling us about. It's how to think. That's Philippians. Let me look. NIV is also good. It's also good. NIV is good. He said, finally, brothers and sisters, whatsoever that is true, whatsoever, he said true, whatsoever that is true, that is what I was telling you, that is your responsibility to make research, to know the truth. Look at these two categories of people, these children. One is playing religion. Is not making research. Why the other one making research? Scientifically. The other children from China are making research. Just as that proverb was make us to understand that is a honor of God to cover secrets, the truth. And we also make us to understand before that we should know the truth, and the truth will do what? Will make us free. It's the honor of God for God to cover matters. And is a glory of a king to search it out, to make research. To search it out. So it said then, when we're not talking about how to think, it's Philippians. He said, if you must think of whatsoever that is pure. Whatsoever that is pure. Whatsoever that is pure. Whatsoever that is holy. That is giving us how we can think in that chapter. How to think. He said, think of whatsoever that is pure. He said, then you will think of whatsoever that is pure, whatsoever that is holy. He said, think of all this. Think of whatsoever that is pure, whatsoever that is true. And you know, the Bible says, know the truth. Whatsoever that is true. What is truth? Truth is original information. When I'm looking at these two categories of this portrait, when I see different category of people, when I begin to see them, I say, oh my God, look at these people. Why I say, when you look at the perception of one, you say half full. When you actually look at that, when you look at that cup with water, that glass of water, if you look at it, it's half full. Why the other one is saying half empty? So, different perception. Different perception. You say, let us assume this person that said half full is talking by faith on the mind, but in natural sense, his perception. Let's assume he still have right perception. He know what he's saying. But in natural sense, this thing is half. But when somebody is not when somebody is not conscious of what things or something, it will just pay. It would, if it's maybe they want to buy something, because it is not aware. It's not living is not aware of anything. Anything. So it will just it will be cajoled. It will be deceived, manipulated. The person that will say is full, it will give it to the one that is that is living autopilot life, that is living unconscious life. It will accept, because it's not aware. It's not living He's not aware. He have no understanding. He didn't understand anything. And what will you call such person? A fool. A fool. A time has come for we to take responsibility, to be aware of whatsoever that we are doing, to be aware, live a conscious life. That is what makes you alive. Think of everything. Take responsibility to think, to be aware of what is happening around you, to be aware of what you are hearing, what you are seeing, what you are, be aware. Be aware of how you are, what is happening. Be aware of things around you. Be aware. Be aware. So to live a conscious life, what does it mean? It's for you to be living, to be conscious every second, every minute. Every seconds and every minute. That is how to live a conscious life. Live a conscious life. To live a conscious life is to be conscious of your thoughts. Be conscious of your actions every second, every minute. Be conscious of your thoughts, of your thinking. Each second, each minute. To be deliberate about using your time. Yes, using your time. Many people, they will just consume your time for nothing. They spend you just, you know, they waste your time. You waste your time. Okay, many things that makes you to waste your time. How can you use, okay, like okay, you might say, hey, he's praying for somebody. How can you use all 24 hours? We have 6 days, 7 days in a week. 7 days in a week. How can you use 5 days? Be saying you are going to church activities, in religious places, activities. While you are not creating, you are not building, your nation is collapsing. Who do you think is going to make your nation great? When you are busy going from one activity, religious activity, one way or the other, every day, busy doing nothing. You say you are praying, you want to go to heaven. Now it will shock you that God is not in heaven. So which heaven are you going to? Which heaven are you not going to? Hey, a time has come for we to start living conscious. Be conscious of what we are doing. Okay, to live a conscious life is to be conscious each second, each minute. To be fully aware of how we spend our time. How we spend our time. What you spend your time for. What you spend time for. For if it is what will not develop you, it's not necessary. What will not add value to you. What will not add value to you. Why spending your time on what will not develop you? Develop your spiritual life. Develop what will not develop your intellectual life, your social life. Your social life, it will not, that what will not develop it. What will not develop your intellectual ability. It will not develop it. So what will make you be spending your time in that area? All those things. So be conscious of what you are spending your time for. What you are spending your time for. Be conscious of what you want to achieve from any time. Any time you are giving out. Some people, they use their time to be watching pornography. My brother, my sister, tell me what you are going to benefit from that. You use time to watch pornography. To be watching somebody that is opening, that is nude, that dress, that is nude, that dress nude. what you are going to benefit from there. Tell me, what are you going to achieve from such thing that you are spending your time? You spend your time watching nude, people that dress nude, then watching pornography. You spend your time watching people that are doing saga. You spend your time watching, spend your time on irrelevant things. Imagine that. So, living unconsciously is to organize your day. What you are going to do each day, organize it. Out of 24 hours, I use my time to add value to myself. Use my time to study, to learn, to listen to educative kingdom messages, educative sermon. Yes, as a kingdom citizen, as a child of God, we are here to learn, to show ourselves approved. So that is what makes you a disciple. That is what makes you a student. So what you are spending your time for? So organize your day, each day, according to the result you want to achieve in life. Organize your day. That is how to live a conscious life. How to live a conscious life. Program your day according to what you want to achieve in life. Program it. If every day, 24 hours, you are just using, out of 24 hours of the day, you are just using 10 hours to watch pornography. Using the other hours to watch, I don't know what you are watching. I don't know. If I'm working, I'm learning. If I'm sleeping, waking up, I'm still learning. Because based on what I want to achieve in life, all those material, I'm equipping myself. Because I'm seeing the big picture. I'm seeing the vision. Praise the living God. So how to live a conscious life is to know what you are spending your time for. Not spending your time for who is feeding you, who is telling you, I don't know, who is telling you how you can I don't know, a lot of stuff, a lot of junks that when I've just seen some people opening their life on a platform whereby they are filling them with junks. Open their life on a toxic environment. How can somebody be telling you how you can sleep, how you can make love, how you can sanctify your husband, how you can sanctify your wife on bed? Is it not natural? Is that not natural? Is there any school that you are supposed to learn how to sleep with, how to make sleep with? All those are they are time killer and life destroyers as well. You go to a place whereby you'll be taught, I don't know, how you can use a cucumber to destroy yourself. You are wasting your life, brother or sister. How you can they hold the cucumber, telling you what size is cucumber, your own size. You are wasting your life. See your vision. Habakkuk were told to root his vision down. You are supposed to have your own vision. That is what you want for enable you to achieve. When you are not seeing your vision, you don't have any vision in life. It means you are not going to achieve, you are not living to achieve any. So be conscious of what you are spending your time with. Organize your day according to the result you want to achieve in life. Organize it. If for example, you want to improve your marriage relationship, Being cautious means that you would first of all take time to think and understand the dynamics in your relationship. The dynamics in your relationship. You will think about that. Maybe you want to improve your marriage. Not kokoba you are going to go and be looking for. I don't know if you are getting me at all. If you are getting me at all, I don't know. First of all, think about the dynamic of your marriage. We're not talking about the dynamic of your marriage. Oh my God. That is the process. How marriage is being characterized. Go to marriage counselors. Have you ever seen marriage counselors that is telling you that you should go and look for cucumber, which one is your size? No. No. And no. That is cucumber. Look for. It has nothing to do with marriage. The fact that men like sex, it doesn't make you to go and be looking for a platform whereby they are telling you the cucumber, the size of your cucumber that will improve your marriage. No. And no. So look, first of all, when you are talking about how to improve your marriage, think about the dynamic. Go and think about the dynamic of your marriage. The dynamic of your marriage. The dynamic of your relationship. Think about it. When I'm talking about dynamic, I told you a process. A process or a system of your marriage. Or a system of your relationship. Think about it. Thinking about it. Seeing the strength, the flow, and the mistake in that relationship. Think, sit down. That is why I say meet marriage counselors. Marriage counseling. Marriage counselors, they can counsel you, counsel your husband. If you can't think, if you can't acquire how you can develop your relationship, how you can develop your marriage, you are not seeing it in that from that perspective, then meet marriage counseling. They can counsel your husband, counsel you. You want to improve your marriage, meet marriage counselors. Thinking, seeing the strength, the flow, the mistake in that relation. Then from that, being deliberate in the action or step you will take about the relationship or about that your marriage. If you decide you need to spend more time with your spouse, that is what is giving it a leakage, making it not stable, then you would deliberately allocated an hour. For example, you will not create. If maybe you don't have time, you're not spending time with your spouse, you're not spending time with your partner, then you not create time. You not create time. Be aware. You not come to conscious. You not create to consciousness. Be aware that you not create time that you'll be spending with your man or your woman. Spend time together. Spend time. If it's maybe you need more hours to spend with her, more hours to be spending with. If maybe you don't have any, you are not done. You always go from vacation to like some marriage that I saw apparently or around me, over some community, social communities, that what led to some collapse of some marriage when I was listening to the scenario. I now understand. I now begin to realize that some of them, many of the man is a type of person, the spouse. It happens to be the person that usually travel. So lack of spending of time, lack of time spending, it also contributed to the broken of that marriage. He was not spending a quality time with his wife. So it now led to the break. It contributed to what led that marriage to collapse. He wasn't spending a quality time with the woman enough. You know, I saw it in a social community. That marriage, the announcement of the breaking of that marriage, the announcement of that break of the breakage of that marriage is in all cyberspaces. I listened to them. I was listening to the man in question. I saw what everything. I said, oh my God, what led to it? One of the reasons that make that marriage to break. What led to the breakage of that marriage out of lack of quality time with the relationship. So if it is to spend some hours, more hours with the marriage, then you now begin to plan all of this. You now begin to plan the process. You now begin to plan, look at the dynamic of your marriage. Look at if it is by time spending, if it is by we all know women, for them to whine, for the women to whine, how is not how men whine. How men whine is different from how women whine. So what led to breakage of marriage? A lot of things, many things led to marriage breakage. If you decide to spend more time that makes your marriage to work, you now learn how to program that you learn how to spend more time. If you you spend some quality time together. Spend some quality time together. You now begin to spend more quality time together, visiting different environments, by going for vacation or spending more time together in having intimate relationship, spending more. That is more time I'm talking about. It's not only time to come and be sitting and be looking at each other like television. No, it's not that the time we are talking about now. If it's that area, if you want to be more productive at your job, then you now also be conscious. You also be conscious of it. You now also take a process, thinking about how you are doing each hours that you are at job. How your quality, the quality of your services, the quality you now acquire more knowledge, develop that skill over on your job, develop more knowledge, add more value to yourself for you to be valuable in that area. If you want to be productive at your job, you also work on that area. That is how to live a conscious life. If it's your job, about your job, doing each hour that you are at work and how it is meeting your objective, not just pushing paper around, posting paper around and the whole day attending meeting, absent-minded. You know, all those will not make you to be relevant at your working place. Meeting, absence, all those attitudes will not make you to be relevant. Meeting, absence-minded. When you are at meeting, you don't have any quality contribution. Oh my God. I will put it to an end here. You know, when you are admitting it's a situation whereby you don't have any quality, any reasonable contribution, whenever you assemble together as a human being, someone that is living absent-minded, he don't always have a better contribution whenever they assemble. The contribution will not be amount to anything that will bring a better idea to better the situation. At the end, that is how you know people that is absent-minded. Absent-minded. When people are not contributing valuable, a better, making a better contribution, they are not relevant in that meeting. They don't bring any idea that will better the situation. So while you are doing anything in your work, at your job, you will not be aware of it, aware of why you are and what you are doing, why you are doing what you are doing. Why are you attending any meeting? Maybe you attend any meeting with them. Why you are attending it? Why you must attend it? Why you must develop yourself for that before that meeting, enable you to come up with a quality, a valuable result at the end. If not, you will not be a matter of anything. Even though you are there, you are not bringing any better idea that can better the company, you know, or so you not be relevant, even when you know. Oh my God. So learn how to be conscious, live a conscious life, so that you not be bamboozled, manipulated, deceived. Honestly, you can see some some people, they are just impossible. That is why I block you when I'm on live. You are not calling me through. I will block you straight. I will block you.
Mama.
I will block you. Let me look for this person. I'm definitely going to block you. How can you be calling somebody?
Mama.
Imagine. I'm going to block this person. Some people are just, can you imagine? How can you be calling somebody? Why? I block this person straight. I'll block this person straight. You are block yourself. It's not me. If you look at it, he didn't even drop any message. Blocked. You blocked yourself. Blocked. You blocked yourself. I told you, when all this unpleasant manner, abnormality, I don't take it. When I'm on live, you don't contribute. You don't listen. You are not listening. Then you not try to disinterrupt me. I block you right straight away. I block you straight away. I block you. So the time has come. I have to put this segment to an end. May the good Lord richly bless. Please kindly share this message. This is a very powerful highlighting. Try to share it. Share it and remain blessed. May the good Lord richly bless you. Bye. Live a conscious life. That is what makes you a fully human being. If you are not living a conscious life, it means you are not living. You are just existing by eating food, drinking water, consuming food and water. That is what you are doing. Bye bye bye. I have to be going.